Here, let me pull up this story. We got this from Timcast.com. I'm not here for politics. Buttigieg press secretary dodges reporters' questions in East Palestine, Ohio. The people here have been quite tight-knit about when we can ask questions. I also want to shout out this really cool image that I'm pretty sure was like AI generated of a reporter chasing Buttigieg, who for some reason is on vacation. But I like the picture. Anyway, Turning Point reporter Kaylin D. Almeida confronted Buttigieg during his Thursday visit to the Ohio community regarding his response to the disaster earlier this month. The American people doesn't seem to be very confident in your ability to do your job. Will you be resigning anytime soon? I'm not here for politics, he said. I'm here to make sure the community can get what they need. Now, I'll say this. Savannah Hernandez also confronted Buttigieg. Her question was hitting the nail on the head with the hammer. She said, why did it take 3 weeks for you to get here? Why did you only come after Trump already came? And will you apologize to the people who live here? Those are three questions that everyone's been asking, everyone's been talking about, and even the people who live there have been saying, where's the Biden administration? Where's Buttigieg? This is something he can literally answer. Why weren't you here? Just a simple question. I think that was fantastic. A fantastic question. The are you going to quit question is kind of like, okay, like, you know, he can't answer that. And that's the one he actually sticks around for. With Savannah, he just runs away. Take a look at this.
Mayor Pete, why did it take you an entire 2.5 weeks to actually get here to respond to East Palestine? Will you apologize to the residents of this city for the slow?
And then here's the best part.
If you're the press secretary of the Department of Transportation, don't you think you should be able to ask questions from the American public that you serve?
Absolutely. I would like to do it without the camera on.
Oh, what a smarmy piece of garbage. Turn the camera off so I can say nasty things to you. So we over and over and over again. This is what we're getting from the Biden administration. Dude, just own it. Have some humility and try and win back some support. Buttigieg should have he can just say, you know, we probably should have got here sooner. We tried as hard as we could. I think I'll have to apologize for not being here as soon as I can. I know, but trust me, I'm here for you now. Just say something like that. Yeah. Instead, it's, I was here. He says, we have been here as an administration since a few hours after the accident. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a disaster for them politically. And only because Trump shows up do they respond in any way. So then I see a video of Donald Trump ordering burgers, and I get a warm, fuzzy feeling, and I'm like, man, there are people right now who hate Trump, who want DeSantis, who are tweeting that Trump is just doing this for a photo op. He's politicizing it. All of the big Trump supporters are gloating and accusing DeSantis, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't care, dude. The Trump people over here, the DeSantis people over here, I'm gonna tell all of you, as a consistent, independent, moderate individual, all I care about is that the net outcome of Donald Trump's action was positive for the people who live there. And the net outcome for what Biden has been doing has been neglect and maybe a slight net positive. I'm not going to just come out and be like, Buttigieg evil. I mean, he's there. So something is getting done fine, but it's only in response to what Trump was already having done.
Or it seems like it only was. I don't know.
Trump's the only presidential candidate to actually go there.
The fact that
Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, to be fair, Vivek literally just announced the other day, so I don't know if he has a plan. But Nikki Haley, she's been running. I mean, she's not going to come down and visit. Benny Johnson gave $20,000 to these people. I keep mentioning him because it's like he's just some guy on the internet, and he did more than anybody else save Trump. Now they're showing up. Look, you can rag on Trump all you want. Sorry. I really do hope Trump's sitting behind the scenes going like, if I show up and help all of these suffering people, then they'll believe in me. I'm like, oh no, we're being tricked into voting for the guy who thinks he has to help the American people to actually get elected. Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
I think the fact that Pete Buttigieg said, I'm not here for politics.
Yeah, right.
I think that he was absolutely there for politics, but I think that was almost a slight to Donald Trump to say, oh, because that's their narrative is that Trump's there for politics. But he's like, I'm not there for politics. Like, I'm not going to be political about this. Like, you are literally here for, like, this is your job. Your job is being here for politics. Like, you're not here out of the goodness of your heart right now. You're here for politics. You're here because you have to be, because Donald Trump called you out. You look stupid. And
that may be true of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
But like, here's a guy who's like, hey, I know how to get elected. I'll help people. And then Buttigieg goes, ugh.
Fine.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
This is the most beautiful thing about the Biden administration. You got Karine Jean-Pierre, you got Buttigieg, you got Biden, who's barely functioning. all of them have this deep-seated disdain for the American people, that there's just this thin veneer that washes away when there's any sort of controversy. You see Karine Jean-Pierre, she kicks out that African reporter because he's asking like one semi-hard question. Buttigieg, who can't even, bring himself to pretend to care about the people of East Palestine. It's hilarious.
He's been absent over like every major transportation disaster.
Yes, and it's all falling apart under his watch. It's his job.
I want to lay out the reality for people. Buttigieg is a small town mayor.
Right.
He runs for president for some reason because they got nobody. And then
because Langley told him to.
And they said they wanted all the moderates to drop out and then endorse Joe Biden, so that Joe Biden would get boosted in the primary. And they probably said, okay, we'll give you a cushy do-nothing job like transportation secretary. And he's like, sure, what do I got to do? Nothing. Just we'll put your name on it.
Exactly, dude.
And so now it's like, now he's showing up. I bet he's on the phone like, why am I doing this? I'm going to quit. And they're like, you can't quit. You can't. You agreed to this.
Well, the irony of the whole thing, and you can find this clip when Pete Buttigieg accepted the position as transportation secretary, the whole interview, they're like, well, why did you take this? He goes, well, brace yourself. I've always loved trains.
That's right.
I've always loved trains.
He looks like a guy that likes trains.
And that was it. And he's
Trains
like,
are
yeah,
cool.
I like to ride on them. I like to watch them. His whole thing was about how much he loved trains. And then this happens with a train that...
I love it because he looks like a guy that just wanted paternity leave for like the rest of his life and he didn't get it. And they're like, oh, there's actually catastrophes that happen if I'm utterly terrible at this position. And he's horrible. He is putting to the test like how bad you can be at your job before someone fires you. Fauci has been trying for 40 years desperately for anyone within the American political establishment to finally conclude, oh my God, you're responsible for so much death and destruction. We got to get rid of you. Nope. Buttigieg comes in and he's like, look, in a year, I can have the airlines in complete disarray. I can have it to the point where you're not sure if you're going to get to your destination on any flight.
We've had 2 close calls with airlines in like a month, where there was one FedEx cargo plane coming in and almost hit, I think it was a Southwest plane. Yep. Mm-hmm. There was another close encounter. Buttigieg, I would say, he's not even asleep on the job. So here pull up this article. This is funny.
There's the supply chain issues too.
We're using AI to generate some of these images, and I'm assuming they typed in the headline, or they typed in reporter asks Buttigieg question about train derailment. And so you can see in the background, there's a train, a reporter, but Buttigieg is wearing a Hawaiian shirt and holding some kind of fruity beverage. And I'm assuming it's because when the AI was scouring the internet for information about Buttigieg, it was like, okay, Buttigieg is the guy on vacation who doesn't work.
Exactly.
There's probably tons of
something?
articles saying he's on vacation, and so the AI made that image.
Oh my gosh. Didn't he just say something? I'm totally quoting this off the top right now, but I feel like when he was asked by a reporter, he said something like that. He, on the lines of, I'm not working right now, or the way that he said it though sounded like he was on some kind of leave. I can't remember it if somebody finds it and pulls it up.
I also would like to point out that his lei isn't connected around his neck, it appears. And it looks like he's not using his thumb to hold his drink. He's holding it like this.
Oh my God.
Like he's holding his drink like that.
AI, get it together.
I guess you can. Fever dream. I guess you can hold your drink like that, but that's AI for you. I just love that when I saw that, I asked the newsroom, I was like, what is this? Like, why is he wearing a Hawaiian shirt? And I'm like, oh, I bet the AI just does a general search, and when they search for Buttigieg, what are those things called where you have like a bubble of words and the most common words are bigger than the other words?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I know what it is, but I don't know the
map?
name.
No, I'm not sure.
I don't know, a word map. But I'm sure when you have Buttigieg, next to him is like vacation, not at work, sleeping, vacation. And that's probably why
leave.
Yeah, that's why the AI is like, if they're going to make a picture of him, they find his face and then put him in a Hawaiian shirt with a fruity beverage.
I love that this guy had such high hopes to be president of the United States, and now it's just like him and Kamala.
I don't know.
That's the best part of the Biden administration, because now everybody that's involved with him is just the laughing stock. They're such embarrassing human beings.
This is how we feel, but I feel like the left might be priming him to run for president.
Then I'm priming my flight to leave the country.
I think it's going to be either him or Gavin Newsom. Yeah, whatever. Yes, that's what I meant. So it's going to be either him or Gavin. It depends. I know they want to put Gavin up against DeSantis. because of their personalities. And Gavin's always coming after Ron DeSantis about everything. And remember the spiel that he did about how California is the land of the free? Remember that? The commercial? He did it. Yeah, I did a commercial like a month ago.
As a transplant from California to Florida during the COVID hysteria, I can't tell you how horrific that would be to have the potential even of Gavin effing Newsom as the president of the United States.
Yeah.
It is the most horrifying thought to someone like me. I can't even describe it.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.